Hi, welcome to this Relic Runners rules overview with biffta. Right, let's jump right in. Relic Runners, the latest offering from Days of Wonder. Excellent game, good family game. Very, very easy to play, but there is a few nitpicking little rules, a lot of little exceptions and rules that trip people up a few times on the first go or so, but once you've got it, it's extremely easy to play. Okay, now we'll set this game up, this board game now, for a two-player game. My player mat, I'm playing with the yellow Colonel Mustard sort of guy. He does have a special ability, and his special ability is take one extra ration from base camp. Normally everybody starts with 3 backpacks. I have 4. They're rations, 1 extra ration, and that's my special ability. Donna, she has like a Calamity Jane character, the red player, and her special ability is she can have a crate normally starts at the bottom. She can have one already on one of the tech trees, and she's chosen that tech tree there. Okay, now Days of Wonder do recommend playing the game for the first time to use the character sides. There's male and female character sides to each player mat, and they do recommend that you play without the special abilities, but the special abilities are so easy to play with. You know, they're really simple. You may as well just play with the special abilities, really. They do say for the first few games to not put tiles out that have a red diamond emblem on them. The red diamond is this little shape here, and it'll be on some of the tiles, and they say don't use them for the first playthrough or so, because the rules on them are just a little bit more complex. They're still very, very straightforward, but they are just that little bit complex, and we played our first game without those. Right, now depending on the amount of players, it plays between 2 and 5 players. This is a 2-player game. Easy way to remember, 2-player game. The temples and the ruin stacks are just two tiles high. 2-player game, 2 tiles high. 3 to 5 player game, you play with all 3 tiles in each stack, and the extra tiles are these. There's more, but the purple, the blue, and the ivory, and basically they go on top like so in a 3 to 5 player game. They remain hidden bar the purple ones. The purple tiles always have the top turned over, so I suppose it's like the players can see what's available at least on the purple one, so people might head for them straight away. Just brings a little bit more spice to the game, but the rest remain hidden. So we just have 2 tiles. We don't have the little hexagonal ones in the 3-player game. That's the only difference. And same with the ruin tiles, the round discs here. They're all the same. They're all identical. Those ones. They're what let you put your pathways out. And you just start with 2 of those, not 3. Now on the board there is lots of little rivers. Now they count as pathways also, and once you've discovered them, you use these pathway of your colour by using the ruin, by excavating a ruin. You're allowed to put pathways down, and you place them along a river. Now when you do that, you're creating routes. When you pass along a river, regardless of whether you put a pathway down or not, you flip over one of these crate tiles. You flip it over from the green side to the grey side. They're all the same, green side to the grey side. So when you pass one of those, if on your move you pass one of those, it's on the green side, you turn it to the grey side. If it's already on the grey side, you don't do anything. If it's on the green side, turn it to the grey side, and you come to your player board, and what it enables you to do is move your crate up one of these tech trees. Now there's 3 tech trees, you can move them up, you can't move them across. So you just decide which one you're going to move. So for instance, if I put it on this one here, and in a move, it is possible to move 2 or 3 of these over in one move by forming a route. I could move move my crate further up, and basically the higher up you go, the greater the rewards. Very simple to use. If I chose this one, at any time on my go I can choose to cash it in if you like, and it goes down to the bottom. So if I was going to say from here, I could just get +2 on coins that remain hidden on my area here, or I could get another crate out, +1 crate, and I bring a crate from my supply here down to the bottom. So through overturning the crate tiles, I could have 2 crates on the go, up and down, getting special abilities, or they could be here, for instance. Say I had this effect here, and I'd done a move where I could turn over two more crate tiles. I could, for instance, go 1 here and 1 here, and go further up the tech trees to cash in. They're very simple. I mean, this one gives you 2 extra supplies, two extra backpacks. This one lets you move a pathway from one position to another. This one lets you place a pathway on a trail adjacent to your location, and this one lets you double your victory points for that entire go. So you know, very simple. No, there's nothing complicated there at all. That's the player mat. So your crates are here, your pathways are here. There's your little tech tree. Your backpacks are here. You're allowed 5 backpacks maximum. You start the game with 3 ordinarily. I've got 4 because of my special ability, and any gold or tiles that you get come here. Now, blue tiles on the blue temples, they're monetary rewards. Underneath them, for your eyes only, will be a free, and that will get hidden. So none of the other players, you'd have a look at it once you discover it, and it will get hidden. And generally, further down you go, the higher the reward. There's number 4 there. Right. The purple tiles give different effects. That would be +1 on crates. The top one, as it would be public knowledge, it's free coins. So that wouldn't be kept, but you'll get free coins at the coin supply. And the coins, when you get them, just like in, say, Small World, they remain hidden. So it creates a bit of excitement towards the end of the game. You may have an idea who's won, but nobody will be sure till everything's revealed. Okay, the ivory tiles, now they have permanent game features, permanent game effects. I mean, if I flip this one over, it says at the beginning of your turn, replenish your food up to 5 rations. Well, that's the backpacks. So if I played this, I can keep it next to me, next to my player board, and I could say, right, I'm going to play that now on my turn and replenish my backpacks up to the maximum 5. You're only allowed, of these ivory tiles, 1 of each shape. So I could have, in a 2-player game, maximum of the largest tile and the square tile. In a 3-player game, I could also have the hexagonal tile as well, but never 1 of more than each shape. If I uncover another tile of the same shape, I can choose to either execute one immediately or choose which one to discard, and I get 2 coins for doing so as a reward. Okay, right, that's something just to remember. It's just the ivory tiles, and you're only allowed to keep 1 of each. Right, on my go, I'm yellow, so I can move. Now, I can move along a pathway without putting one of my path plastic pieces down. I can move along 1 pathway for free each go. Now on you go, you must move. You can move through temples. As long as you can do so through pathways, you can move through temples without stopping on them. When you stop, that's the end of your go once you've executed the action on it. You can simply stop there, or you can pay a backpack in to base camp and discover that tile. So on my go, I can move 1, for instance, to this ruin. I move 1, it's a free movement, I'm allowed 1 free movement, and discover the ruin. Pay a backpack in to base camp off my player board, take the ruin tile, place it away in a discard pile. They're not collected by anybody, they're just put in a discard pile, and because of that, I can now place one of my pathways adjacent to where my man is. Adjacent means anywhere coming off, any artery off it. So it could be here, it could be here, it could be here, it could be here, or it could be here, many different ways. Tactically, first of all, I will probably place it here because I want a good route, build a good route, good fast route back to base camp to replenish backpacks. Every time you go to base camp, you have to finish your move there. Immediately, as soon as you hit base camp, your move finishes and you're allowed to get up to 3 backpacks. For instance, if you had 3 already on your player mat, you'd only be able to get 2 because you're only allowed a maximum of 5. But if you've got space for 3, you collect all 3. Now, if I put this down here, and that was my go, my next go, I could move to here, there's my free move, and I could think, well, I'm going to discover that tile, because it's a purple, it's already face up, I know what it is, pay a backpack in to base camp, take the tile, because I've discovered it, and I can add another crate onto my player board. So, and as it would happen, this tile gets discarded, I cross the river. So I flip over one of the river tiles, the crate tiles next to the river I should say, and I can move one of these crates now up a tech tree, and I'll choose that one there. And I'll leave that there for now. Or I could cash it in and get another crate out, which in fact I think I'll do. Put that down, and I've got all 3 crates at my disposal now. Okay, now obviously in this case Donna would go and she'd take her turns and she'd branch out. But for instance on my go, if I was at base camp and it was my go again now, so I could go here, which is pathway, free move, and get straight to here in one move. Because I've got a pathway, I've got a free move. I won't turn over the tile because it's already turned over. When all tiles, and there's many of them on the board, are these crate tiles, the person that turns over the very last one on the board resets them all and they all get turned over green again. And for doing so, they get to move 2 crates. They get to move the crate up twice. It could be up separate tech trees or one tech tree, but they get 2 movements as a bonus. Right, so if I moved here, say for instance, on my following turn, could move here, 1 free move, discover this ruin, put down, adjacent to this, another pathway. Now just for illustration purposes, if I was at base camp, pathway, free move, I cannot carry on. It can be pathway, free move, pathway, 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 free move for instance, or it can be free move, pathway. So if it was like this, I'm at base camp, free move, pathway, pathway, and I can stop there. If I branched out even further still, like so, which will happen in the game, I could move, free move, pathway, 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 till I can't go any further. I could, if I had it this in effect, no free move to start with, but pathway, 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 free move. So the free move's at the beginning or at the end, but not in the middle. There is special abilities on some of these ivory tiles, and one in particular I know of that has come up so far that allows you to have a break in between the pathways and bend that rule a bit. But that is the rule of the game concerning the pathways. Now you can travel over temples and ruins without stopping on them or discovering them. But if you stop on them, you can decide to discover, like we said earlier, and pay one of your backpacks into here and discover the tile. In this case it's a four points at the end of the game. It's one of the blue ones and I keep it hidden. If I was to discover a purple here, I pay in a backpack into base camp, flip the tile, and this one lets me go, I think this one, pretty sure this one lets me go one up on the crate track, one up further. Yes, immediately move one of your toolboxes one additional step up. So it's got the arrow there to allow you to move one up on your tech tree. And that's then discarded. Now, when temples have been totally depleted, that's when a relic's discovered. So on my go, if I'd have depleted that temple there by discovering it, it was a purple one, so I put a purple relic on. I can't just take that relic. There has to be 2 relics of the same colour on the board, and I have to be able to touch one, work my way in one move to the following relic, and then I can claim it. Think of it like these guys haven't got much conscience. They're nicking relics out the jungle, but they're going to make sure they're at least leaving one. So they start on one, they work their way to one of the same colour, so tag, tag, and they can take the second one. So for instance, if I had this setup, say I was here now, this had already been discovered, this purple. I had another purple relic, of course, on here because it'd been depleted. And in this one move, on my go, I could go pathway, pathway, free move, touch the relic and claim the relic. I put the relic on my player board until it's counted at the end of the game. And each relic of each different colour is worth 5 points. So if I had the pinky purple one, the blue one, the fantastic crystal skull one, and one of the frog ones, which are from the ruins. When they're depleted, a frog gets down onto the ruins, that's why there's more of them. If I have one of each, that's 20 points. If I had 2 blue, that's still only 20 points. But the advantage of taking that is it stops somebody else scoring them points, but also there's something else. There's the odd tile will give you extra, will let you bend the rules if you manage to collect one of the ivory tiles saying so. It'll let you bend the rules and count extra ones. So if somebody's collecting more than one colour of a relic, it may well be that, unbeknown to you, they have a tile saying so. But also, when you get the relic, so say this relic was here, say I was starting my move here, you count the pathways it's took to get there, and that's even the free one, and you double it, and you get that in coins. So for instance, this relic I discovered, this one's already discovered. I move pathway, pathway, free move, that's 1, 2, 3 pathways, that's 6 coins I'd get. If it was further another pathway away, it'd be 8 coins, 10 coins, and so forth. Yeah, so that's it. What triggers the end of the game is when you get the amount of relics spread between your player sheets, depending on how many players. So 2 players 7 relics, 3 players 8, 4 players 9, and 5 players. If there's 10 relics out, spread out on the player sheets, the last person to actually get the relic, everybody else gets one more shot at the action to try and maximise the points. Couple of other little things. When you do a relic run, by starting your move again on a relic, actually doing the run and finishing on a relic, and you get the relic, you don't have to pay a backpack. Miss that out. Yeah, that's it. You don't have to pay a backpack to do that. And of course, even if there was 5 players playing on a trail, there could be 5 pathways of different colours. All it means is that the particular player that's playing at that time is familiar with that path, as long as he's got a colour there. Toolboxes, rather crates, the actual power special ability that you've attained by going up on the tech tree, you can only use 1 per turn. So even, for instance, if I had 3 crates out and there was something like this, I could only choose 1 of them per turn. I could maybe use that one on one go, that one on another, and that one on a further go. That pretty much is it. So yeah, that's Relic Runners. Very, very, very good, fun game. Traditional family game from Days of Wonder. And we'll see what Donna thinks now. So, come on Donna, what did you think of the game? We've played it a few times now.
I thought it was a great game, lots of fun and very easy, really enjoyed it.
Even easy? Very easy for you?
Very easy, yeah.
Great stuff. Alright. Thanks for watching everybody. Bye.